Shalom, shalom. Kal halalim la benawa Yahweh Alahaynawa Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops, elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the prophets of that body, and shalom to the 144,000 and the greater elect scattered to the four corners of the earth. Okay? And shalom. Brakti Hawa Bashem Yahshai Bashem Rakak Wadash. Brakti Hawa Bashem Yahshai Bashem Rakak Wadash. Brakti Hawa Bashem Yahshai Bashem Rakak Wadash. Now, yesterday was the 20th of January. Okay? Trump is in office now. Actually, let me just Google that. 1 second. Trump in office. Watch Trump take the oath of official. Watch Trump take the oath of office in a historic political comeback. He's the 47th president, right? Okay. Donald Trump reveals Joe Biden's farewell letter. Okay. What Trump will and won't do in office, according to our experts. Okay. He more than likely will probably bring. He's going to make a lot of changes. He's going to take it back to. He's going to take it back to a level where a lot of people have been saying it for ages. For example, where when somebody does something wrong or a crime is committed, they deserve the death penalty. They deserve to be hung and all that kind of thing. Well, you know what? Your wishes. Trump is your genie. He's going to say, your wish is my command. He's going to bring back hanging and lynching and what do you call that? Chopping heads off and all that kind of thing. The guillotine. And as you know, we've been seeing footage of MRAPs and all sorts of other type of armory and vehicles. I don't know the correct terms for these vehicles. Those Jakes that have been in the army or Marines would definitely know all these things. But all these types of tanks and weaponry, and because Esau's, Esau's blessing is weapons. We've been seeing those come in droves into America. And here, from a UK perspective, I've been seeing a lot of helicopters at night, coming up here, being born and raised here, coming up. I never heard of helicopters at night. It feels like if you've watched the show, if you grew up in the 80s, remember the show Airwolf? Was it Michael Jan Vincent? Who was that guy, that Edomite that used to be in it? Airwolf, right? You can hear like the heavy, like a heavy, hardcore helicopter coming through the sky, cutting the winds with the blades, right? It felt like that. And then when I looked up at it, it was all black. You couldn't even see nothing. Because when it's a police helicopter, it's to be marked as police. Then you think to yourself, who are these individuals coming through London skies at night with just a complete pitch black helicopter? I don't know whether, could be like one of them Black Hawk things or just a camouflaged helicopter. So I've been seeing a lot of those twin propeller helicopters as well, going back and forth around the UK, especially where I live in London, And here and there you see sometimes the increased presence of soldiers here and there, and the less presence of the police as well, which means that something is definitely coming, which means that police are caring less. And if you watch a lot of footage online, especially in the UK, people that are preachers or whatever kind of religion they come from are getting hit upside the head while the police are watching. So we're coming to a time, and a lot of these individuals here in the UK and in America are talking about immigration and migrants, and there's too many foreigners. We want people to be more white in this country. And like in the British, they say, we want the English. We want, I'm tired of looking. And this is Esau trying to act like Jake, wearing hoodies and hats and shit, trying to stand like Jake. But then they're saying, we want English. We want more English over here and all that kind of thing. Well, you can blame your forefathers for that, for destroying the world the way it is. Otherwise, if you left the world alone, all the people that are from these so-called Commonwealth countries of England wouldn't be here, because you made third world countries which were once first world. For example, India, those people are here now. India was once a first world land. In 200 years, Esau destroyed it. And as well as, the land of America. Esau got some goal calling the Mexicans immigrants, man. In Texas, California, and beyond is Mexico. America, the Mexicans are indigenous to that land. You crackers, you Edomites are not. Okay? So if you look at all of these channels, these platforms, and these channels on YouTube, you see a lot of these people sort of like amplifying, chucking petrol or gas into the fire, trying to like fuel up the flames of like racial hatred and, these damn foreigners are taking our jobs and blah, blah, blah. Whether this done by design or is literally true. And also these flash robberies, a lot of them are designed, and it's always some motherfucker got a camera with that can get capture every damn angle. Better than murders happen, grapes happen. Oh, but Esau can't capture that. Your car got broken into. Oh, there's no damn camera footage of that. Okay, especially here in the UK, all the CCTVs, and in America, they got cameras up the yin yang to capture like a fly or a gnat on your neck, all right? But they can't capture certain crimes. They can capture it. They just refuse to deal with it because it doesn't mean a damn thing to them. They can capture everything, all right? So even these flash robberies are done by design, and they always use so-called black and brown faces, right, to amplify. Yeah, look at them, usual suspects, all that kind of shit. When the usual suspect is a so-called white man, the biggest criminal on this planet Earth, causes all the problems, then marches about it, and then blames other people. All right, I'm not saying Jake ain't wicked and the heathens ain't wicked. Yes, yes, but it's all. They were like thrown into a situation where they've been thrown curveball after curveball after curveball. Hence the reason why they are criminals. All right. I'm not giving excuses, but that's the reason why they're in. And some Jakes are just wicked anyway. And they were meant to be that way. Especially those Jakes that sold themselves out. Steve Harvey, for example, comes to mind. All right. Then you got that. What I just said, everything, all this racial hatred and the economy. England is dead. London is dead. Different parts of England are dead. America is dying, dystopian type situation where malls were once thriving in the mid 90s. People everywhere, girls everywhere, couples, walking together arm in arm, you know, you know, people going to the beach, with their surfboards in the back and all that kind of shit. That's all done. People don't do that no more. Yeah, you got a little inkling of it here and there, but for the most part, people don't do that no more. People just reminisce watching programs and movies from the past and reminisce, oh, those are the good old days, kind of like All in the Family, Those were the days, if you're familiar with that show, American show, sitcom from the early 70s, right? That's how people are reminiscing. And then you got Trump coming into office, all right, who's promising all these changes. And the so-called white man wants him to come into power and wants him to put the so-called black man in his place, the so-called Hispanic man in his place, the so-called Native Indian man in his place, and all people of color in their place. So all those so-called white people can get all the jobs, the economy can go back to normal, and they can go back to the 1930s or 1940s or 1950s. Hell, some of these crackers want to go back to the 1800s and put chains around your Jake's necks, So he's coming to power, and he's going to bring back a lot of changes, man. And all these things that you've seen online, which is shown by design to let you know what time it is for those of you that can catch that information, because Esau likes to let you know what they're about to do, okay? Because they like to play that game, like the cat and mouse type situation. They don't want to catch you off guard. They want to catch you. They want to let you know, because that's part of this satanic religion, is to let you know, revelation of the method, before they actually do it. All right, so they show you in movies, shows, cartoons, even they show you footage, which they probably take themselves, of MRAPs and tanks and shit and what do you call them, guillotines and all that kind of stuff coming in, all that kind of stuff coming in different parts of the world, especially America, Ground Zero, Babylon. They've been doing that, right? And then all the fuel to the fire with this racial hatred and stuff, which is meant to be there because, Esau hates us. We hate these motherfuckers back. I hate these crackers with a passion, all right? But got to wait on the Lord for the green light, because these damn devils are going to come with some weapons, man. Robot dogs and, robots. You've seen the movie Terminator. They say that's not even a movie. That's a documentary, which indeed it is. And we can see that technology coming out right now, right? So Trump is like if you want to put it in layman terms, like a savior for the so-called white man. He's like, like their god, They bow down to this devil, and they believe he's going to save them, which he's not. He's basically just a puppet for the elites to make certain chess moves, right, for things to happen. All right, he's like a pawn. All right, they're using him. Okay, but obviously he's because he's so high up there, and he's probably related to the Rothschilds or whatever. He's a devil. He's a small hatter, undercover. All right. Probably got a safe passage as well to some kind of bunker. Okay, so he came into office yesterday on the 20th of January, and on the 21st of January, what happens? We see the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau step down from office. All right. They're going to give various excuses why you're stepping down. Right. But a lot of these people that played their part in the game, it's like a baton race. You do your part, and then I'm going to hand the baton to the next man. And what these guys are going to do, they're going to use pawns, right? What's a pawn? Let me see. Was it right? They're going to use a pawn to sit in their position. Example: a lot of these high level C-suite jobs, right, in these major conglomerates, these companies around the world, they're giving these C-suite positions to a lot of so-called black women, Hispanic women, women of color, Edomite women, so-called white women, and youngster men, real young novice men. Okay, why? And these people think that, oh shit, I got myself a really good position. I finally made it. You know, I'm on a 6-figure salary and I'm getting all this extra bonuses every year. And I get an extra 20 days holiday. So I got now 50, 60 days a year paid leave. You know, I can go on long vacations for a whole month. And it doesn't have to be just 3 weeks at a time or 2 weeks at a time. You know, they can do all that. You know, they're giving me a company car. They've given me an office. They've given me an apartment in the city, and I got my house, you know, in the country or whatever. I can put that on rent or however they live, right? Not realizing, yeah, they're using you as a pawn because a lot of these high-level C-suite individuals, example, Twin Towers, okay, on the September the 11th, which was a Tuesday, lovely sunny day in New York, all right, and lovely sunny day here as well in the UK, in London. I remember going to work that day. Somebody said, "Oh, there's been a terrorist attack." I said, "What fucking terrorist attack?" Obviously, they're blaming on the Arabs and all that, which we know it wasn't them. It was these small hatters. Because that specific day, what happened? 3,000 small hatters, tunnel diggers, 1948ers, right? Edomites, Amalek, didn't turn up to the office. But a lot of Jake did, right? And they got deleted. So that was like a sacrifice to their god Satan, who these Edomites pray to. All right? That was like their sacrifice. Like on the right hand side, we'd sacrifice bulls, doves, and goat and sheep to Yahweh Shem Shai. These damn devils to Satan, they sacrifice human beings, babies. You know, that was like a sacrifice. Okay, and then you know, like so, all the key people weren't there that day, and all the pawns were in that place for the sacrifice. They already knew. They took certain insurances out to get their money back from the Twin Towers. And then they did the same thing with this Los Angeles thing with these fires. Okay? People got to learn to put two and two together, but they actually believe and put so much weight in this damn government, which is all bullshit. They're not there for your betterment. They're there for your demise, you idiots. Right? And then on top of that, right, you got a lot of people, as mentioned earlier, let me get back to the point, are stepping down from their positions because they know something's coming, the financial crash, Jacob's trouble, 2nd Ezra 15:16, 2nd Ezra 16:16. People are going to be bum rushing houses, you know, graping women, graping men, because there's a lot of momos out there. Okay, children are going to, you know, as horrible as it is, but children are going to get the brunt of it too in terms of graping. It's disgusting, but that's just the way it is. But that's, you know, the Lord's going to, you know, controls both. Isaiah 45 verse 7, both the right hand side and the left hand side, you know. That's going to be going on. Race riots. And that's already being amplified by all these new damn channels that have popped out of the blue of the last, what? I don't know. Heavy in the last, definitely in the last 12 to 18 months. You know? Usual suspects. It could be bots as well. But then from the bots, which is like a snowball effect, other Edomites start copying as well. Usual suspects. Blaming all brown people. Or so-called black people as well. All people of color. All right? So, and it's happening in the UK heavy, as well as the States, to what? To cause that race war. All right? So that financial crash is going to be a big thing. Martial law. All right? People want to hold on to what they have. The RFID chip. Revelation 13:16, 13:17, 13:18. Yeah? And people are going to take it. And they're going to get a grievous sore and get deleted. Right? All that's happening. So all these positions that you people think, especially you Israelite women, no matter what package you come in. But let's talk about the Judite woman, the so-called black woman, right? They're getting these positions, right? You're just a pawn. And what's a pawn? A pawn is a chess piece of the smallest size, and value. You don't have no value. All right? You don't have no value. That moves one square forwards along its that moves one square forward along its file. If unobstructed, or one square diagonally forward when making a capture. All right. So basically, ultimately, you're just a chess piece, okay, of the smallest size and value. All right. You're the smallest size and value. You don't mean a damn thing. You think you mean something? If it was the mid 90s or mid 80s, Baraktiha Bashimashan, we're in 2025, right? Now, from that kind of perspective, from that era, the 80s and the 90s, you think you people would have been put in those C-suite positions back then? Hell no, Issa wouldn't give you a damn thing. Unless you're a fine-looking woman, then maybe you do a little something for them. They wouldn't give that to you unless you've been working damn near, I don't know how long. All right, but this is happening now because kingdom is about to fall. All right, it's like a lot of you, a lot of you jakes out there selling your backside to be a rapper or a movie star or whatever, which doesn't exist now. I mean, it's hardly existing. This industry is done. As the Lord says, the daughters of music shall be brought low. The mirth, okay, and the grinding is ceasing, which means no work and shit, right? A lot of you are selling out for millions, right? And ESO can say, oh, yeah, you can have 10 million. They're printing out that money, right? And probably like 6 months later, the financial crash, that money don't mean nothing. They're going to give you that money. It's just, it doesn't mean anything because it's not worth anything. Yeah? So Justin Trudeau is going to step down and they'll probably put a pawn in his place. I don't know. All right? Let me see. Salakia for this. I'm going to go into the scriptures in a second. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced his resignation on Monday, saying he intends to step down from the top job as a leader of Canada's ruling Liberal Party once a new party leader is chosen. Okay. So he's stepping down. A new leader has not been chosen as yet. Damn devil. Canada's parliament will be suspended until... Canada's parliament will be suspended until March 24th. It looks like the parliament will have 3 months off, probably paid leave too. 3 months. Okay, I mean, Canada is really, I mean, if you think about it, it's technically America, but they've created borders. It's Northern America, if you want to call it that way, but it's not officially Bat Babal. That is part of it, you know. Okay, so the parliament will be suspended for damn near what? Over about 3.5, what? All of January, all of February, all of March. Damn near 3 months. Something's going down. Trudeau added that he has one regret: failing to reform Canada's election process ahead of a general election expected this fall. Abaratazar, this fall, man. All hell's broken loose before that, man. Lord willing. Abaratazar, man. Because the last thing we want is to, make a run for it on the Shabbat day, which we pray for, or make a run for it during winter, especially those of us that live in London or New York or in cold parts of the world, man. It's cold right now. If I have one regret, particularly as we approach this election, well, probably many regrets that I will think of, the outgoing leader said, but I do wish we'd been able to change the way we elect our governments in this country so that people could simply choose a second choice or a third choice or the same ballot. How did we get here? All right, he was a Liberal Party for 11 and Prime Minister for 9. I mean, 9 means completion. Okay, so what's after 9? 1 again, which is 10, which means new beginnings for these damn devils. I mean, they do everything according to on the left hand side in a sort of like I don't know what term you use, man. Put it this, they do everything according to their satanic ways, because when people get deleted, what they call a blood sacrifice or whatever, they die at a certain age on a certain day at a certain time, So I mean, it's kind of 11 years, 9. Then 1 after that, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Was facing a mounting set of crises, from Donald Trump's tariff threats to the resignation of key allies and disastrous opinion polls. His resignation could be seen as choosing to jump before he is pushed, ahead of he wants to jump because when he's pushed, because a lot of these guys are going to be scared, because once hell breaks loose, people are going to find out is they're the problem, They ain't gonna be nowhere to hide from him. Just imagine like 10,000 people coming towards your mansion. You didn't know those metal gates are gonna keep you. You know, probably the first 50, 60 people get electrocuted or whatever, but the push will push those gates down, and they're gonna run up into your house, machine guns and all. You know, Trudeau took the Liberals to power in 2015, promising sunny ways for Canada. He championed progressive issues like combating climate change and addressing historic abuses against indigenous peoples. The Israelites over there, the Gadites, brothers are suffering over there too, man. It's fucked up. But he's still going to get his, boy, I tell you. But the latter years of his premiership have been marked by rising economic discontent. Well, yeah. What comes next? Let's, a lot of the information is just fillers. Let's get to the meat of the situation. But why 3 months to replace someone? Shouldn't they? There's a reason being a 3 month gap because the parliament's going to be shut. Let's just see what happens. The rest is just gibberish. All right, let's get to some scriptures. Job 14 and 5. See, the Lord is closing shop on Esau's rulership. All right, closing shop. Job 14 verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Okay. The phone had to chime in on that. Job 14 verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. The Lord has set a limit to Esau's rulership. And we're coming to the expiry date. Like you got a loaf of bread and it says, let's just say the 25th of January, 2025, right? We're at let's just say we're at like the 23rd of January now, meaning it's got back another day or two left. So we're coming to that closure, man. This place is, gonna be going kapoof, up in smoke, like that Cheech and Chong movie, Up in Smoke. But this is gonna be literally Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The elect are going to be saved out of it. Jacob's trouble is going to be everybody's trouble. Jacob is the primary target. Like during these C19 vaccinations or whatever, right? The primary target. Okay, started in Wuhan with these gooks, these Moabites, but then they started blaming the blacks, Hispanics, and natives. Oh, we got to get them vaccinated. All right, I'm taking the V out of it, okay? They got to get them vaccinated. Why them? It didn't start. Shouldn't you be saying, "Oh, let's get all the Chinese vaccinated in America or around the world," because it came from Wuhan, China, right? They're saying blacks, Hispanics, and natives. Why? Because they know the bulk of you, Jakes, a bulk of yous are Israelites. Hence the reason. All right, but they got the whole world got the C19 juicy juice as well, snake juice in their arm. All right, and people have been suddenly dropping, right? And then on top of that, right, when this Jacob's trouble kicks, this primary target are you Israelites again. But everybody else is going to get it too. All right? And Esau going to be sitting back in his bunkers, wherever they're sitting, with wine, cocaine, probably some adrenochrome of, whatever these sick fuckers do, right? Sitting there with cameras, because they got cameras everywhere, pin-sized cameras, with the technology they show you on TV and movies that's supposed to be like hundreds of years ahead. They got it now, but they only show you like incrementally what they have. The technology that we have now, the phones and shit, probably came out 40 years ago. All right. And they're probably like 40, 50 years ahead in terms of tech. So they can see everything. All right. They like to watch. It's like they like to, it's like a cat and mouse situation. Oh, we've told them, let's see if they take it on. Let's see if it comes in their mind. Or there's one guy there. There's a so-called black guy there, and there's 10 white guys coming with machetes. Let's see what he does. The black guy is an ex-marine. He knows Brazilian jiu-jitsu, ninjutsu. He's got 40 years of martial arts experience. You know, he can, take part, I don't know, some machine gun and put it back together in, I don't know, 10 seconds or something. Or if that's, I don't know how fast that is. If that's the fastest, I'm just saying numbers, right? Let's see how he does. Hide, put a machete underneath near that trash can so he sees it. You know, and put a handgun there with an extended clip for 30 shots. So let's see what he does against these 10 guys with machetes or whatever. You know, or put a gun there with like 5 shots because there's 10 guys, right? They want to see a competition. They want to see some combat. They want to see some entertainment. This is what they're like. Okay, so this is gonna be entertainment for them. You Jakes are entertainment, always have been, haven't you? You know, from the movies to the music to everything else, man. Let's go to Revelation 11 and 11. Okay, this is the reason why they're gonna speed up the process because they're scared. They're sending all these agents to the Israelite camps, not just Great Millstone. Everybody that preaches the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, because as pursued Acts 4 and 12 and many other numerous scriptures, there's only one name under heaven that we must be saved. And there's only one name with that power that can defeat demons, Satan. Yeah? That is the code to that spiritual power. If you are allotted in this, on this side as well, to get spiritual power before that great change once the elect are beamed up into the chariots. All right? Revelation 11:11. And they're shit scared, man. They are scared. And I guarantee you, they're probably scared to even make a move against our prophets and teachers, the elders on down, because they know as soon as they make a move against our elders or any elect member, all right, the angels in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua are going to do this thing. A chariot's going to show up, beam down spiritual power. I'm just saying, there's many ways that the Lord can do it. The Lord is out, hey man, this is the Lord's world and beyond, right? As the Lord says, earth is my throne. No, sorry, Slakia. The heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. Okay? And power get beamed down from a chariot onto the elect men, and boom, before you know it, hey, they're going to be getting down, man. All right? Superman, Flash combined, they're going to be like 1,000 Michael J. Whites and Jean-Claude Van Damme's and Bruce's embodied in one person, and they're going to be getting down, catching bullets, dodging bullets, just for fun and running up to you and just destroying you. Hands are going to be so powerful, punches are going to be so powerful, your heads are going to be like exploding with each punch. That kind of power is coming. We're going to need that sort of power. Okay? With what these damn devils have. Super soldiers, robotoids, robot dogs, cyborgs, gangs of racists, skinheads, Ku Klux Klan members, other races banding together of other nations coming against Jake. Me personally, I possibly think that the people of color will come together against a so-called white man once a white man is fucking pretty much diminished, the lower level crackers. And then it'll probably be like, Jake versus the other heathen nations, that are still, other heathen nations like the blacks, Hispanics against the Chinese or the East Indians or whatever, however the Lord does it, But the common enemy is going to be the so-called white man. So I believe a lot of people of color will probably stick together once the white man is diminished. As I say, an enemy of an enemy is a friend. Is that how you say it? An enemy, something like that. Basically, if you're both enemies and you've got a common enemy, the both enemies will come together to take out the common enemy. And then once the common enemy is dealt with, right? Then they can say, okay, cool, we're taking out the common enemy. Now let's get down. It could possibly go down like that. But either way, right, Esau is scared. Revelation 11:11. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying, no, that's not the one. Was that the one? Was it Revelation 11:11? It's Isaiah? No. And they heard of it. No. Oh, yeah, that's it. Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of the life from the Most High Power entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. All right, after that 350-year period, after calling on Jebus, Most High, Christ bless, and all that bullshit, We got the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Even back then, you got Nat Turner. There were a lot of slave uprisings because a lot of Jake found out. It wasn't just Nat Turner that found out they were Israelites, hence the reason, but it wasn't that time to get down. But Jake's did. And they deleted a lot of Edomites. All right. But now it's that time because we have the name and the Lord is showing his presence even more and more and more. Okay. And that time is coming. That's why they're so scared, man. They're so scared. That's why they're making certain chess moves, literally putting pawns in their place. Okay. Because they know, and this is the 21st of January. Look at the changes that have taken place. You got Trump coming to office. You got Justin Trudeau that stepped down. The two heads, okay, the heads of both of North America, yeah, Canada and America. One's left, and this Trump is just running the show. And what did Trump promise, man? He's going to bring back sort of like a ancient world methods of deleting people. He's going to get the job done the way the so-called white man wants it. He's like their fucking great so-called white hope or orange hope, And these damn devils are scared, man. They are scared. Scared. Okay, let's see what happens. So they know that time, man. As the scriptures say, hide us from the face of the Lamb, I believe. Let me get that scripture up. Because they're going to be hiding in their bunkers when the Lord returns, man. Obviously, the Charagma has to come out, which is a chit. Jacob's trouble and all that has to kick in, World War III. A couple more prophecies to go, man. Hide us from the face of the Lamb. This is what they're ultimately afraid of when Yahweh Shai returns, when Abba Yahweh, the Most High, gives a go-ahead. Revelation 6, verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, the Most High, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Basically, they're saying, these Edomites are saying, hide us from Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. Hide us from the Most High and His Majesty, Yahweh Shai. They're going to be hiding in them bunkers. They want the rocks to fall on them. They want to be in their bunkers safe and sound and snug. Be under them rocks, man. But when the elect come down, they're going to get them because these crackers, these heathens, are the first fruits of slavery. Okay, and the ones that get deleted, any of these lower level Edomites, all coming back in chains in the kingdom. None of them are going to escape from slavery. Okay? And they are scared. And this is what they're ultimately scared of. That's why a lot of them are going to step down. You can see a lot of these key people. Okay? And a lot of these damn devils are probably related anyway. Second cousin or whatever. They're all going to step down. All right? Because they want to see the show. They want to get down for the show. Now, let's see. The parliament, all right, is going to be suspended up until March the 24th. Let's see what happens between now and March the 24th. Trump's in office now. So Trump came in office on the 20th. And on the 21st, Justin Trudeau resigns. You got to put two and two together, man. So big things are happening. Abaratazar, this thing speeds up. As the Lord says, there are bounds that cannot pass, man. These damn devils can't pass those bounds. You can't extend your time of rulership. You've had your time, Esau. You've had your short term or short time in the sun, even though you devils can't go in the sun. Okay? You've had your short time in it. All right? Corny ass devils. Anyway, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Things are going to pick up, Lord willing. Let's go. Rakti Habashem Yahshai.